Well, aren't you the lucky one, Cancer? This month you have both Jupiter and Venus on your side. If it sounds promising, that's because it is. I'm Nadia, the astrologer for people who do not necessarily believe in astrology but love hearing horoscopes. And this is your horoscope for August. Let's take a closer look. Venus actually entered your sign already in July, on the 31st of July specifically, and it will leave your sign on the 25th, which is also not bad for you, by the way, but about that I'll talk at the end of the forecast. So what Venus normally does as it transits your sign is it makes you both more attractive and attracted to all things Venusian. Things like love, romance, erotica, pleasure, beauty, luxury, art and creativity, fashion as well. All of that can happen and be available to you. But this year, Venus has more to achieve in your sign. First, in the very first days of August, it will have to deal with not so pleasant Saturn and Neptune in Aries that want you to take care of your career, business, or some other official business that may influence your official standing. They want you to make a name for yourself, but in a way that is both laborious and inspired. Basically, they ask a lot of you, and in the first days of August, Venus may help you charm your way into such a serious, laborious project, or to at least soften the blow in case on this official level you're now dealing with something unpleasant. But after that, Venus will start getting closer to Jupiter, the planet of luck, abundance, and wisdom that is now spending a year in your sign, a year from the summer of 2025 to summer of 2026. I made a whole video about this transit of Jupiter that I, as a Cancer sun myself, am very excited about. Jupiter alone is there to inspire you to aspire for more, to hope for more, to allow yourself more, to stop limiting yourself. You know how Jupiter was in the myths. There was hardly anything that could forbid him anything. So while it's in your sign, you need to claim some of this organic chutzpah, and the opportunities will follow. Now, when Venus and Jupiter will be acting together in your sign, and that will happen on the days surrounding the 11th of August, three things can happen. I'll start with a bad one. You may overindulge and just stop there. Venus wants pleasure, Jupiter knows no bounds, so you may be tempted to spend a lot of money or eat all of the sweets, indulge in substances, or have sex that doesn't mean anything. It's bad because it's small, it's empty calories, it's meaningless. You have to aim higher. So another thing that may happen is that you may develop a vision, an idea of something significant and glamorous that attracts you like nothing else. So a dream, a powerful longing, that would be much better. If it happens, take it and try to dig into it, try to understand it and understand what it means for you. Can you use it as a motivating force? That would be nice. Can it tell you something about what you long for, not just in terms of a pretty picture or a dream, but also in terms of values, meaning, ideals? You can ask yourself, if, let's say, you had a guardian angel, why would it give you this dream now? What should it move you towards? And allow it to. Now, thing three that can happen is that you may already know perfectly well what you want to do and may already have a plan and a prototype and a desire to work on it. And then on the days surrounding the 11th, you may be able to charm others into following you or investing in you or otherwise supporting your wonderful project. Mars will enter Libra on the 7th of August. Libra is an important sign for you because in your horoscope it rules the area of home and family life, which for Cancer is extremely important in the days right after Mars moves into Libra. So let's say 7th to 10th of August, there may be some unrest or maybe even conflict around home and something official or work-family balance, or maybe some relative will give you stress. This is temporary. However, after this short crisis will have passed, Mars in Libra will still demand some action from you in the area of home and family, or maybe also roots, ancestors. And you will have to deliver actively. It's a bit easier if you are anyway doing something active at home, like renovating or working out. If you are, then keep doing it, only with more energy. If you only come home to relax, that might not work this month. So at least consider if you can do something active and useful at home or with someone from your family this August. Then on the 9th, there will be a full moon in Aquarius. This one is not extremely important because it's not really aspecting anything else. So you may just skip it, do nothing, or you can have sex with your partner and see what your current situation is in what you both want and enjoy and trust each other to witness. Or you may think about a psychological issue that has been bothering you and maybe reach some new understanding. Or, final option, you may also receive feedback about the funding you were looking for or the debt that you have been collecting. All of these scenarios are supported by this full moon, but you don't have to do them unless they fit logically into your story. After that, on the 11th, so around the time this pleasant Venus catches up with Jupiter in your sign, Mercury in your area of personal finance ends its retrograde. It's in Leo, and Leo rules your area of earning, spending, and owning. This may help you either solve some financial issues that were stuck, or maybe you will bring up new financial issues that you didn't even think about before. In any case, it's a step forward in your quest for financial success and prosperity. And now to the heavy hitters. I'm talking about the 4 slow planets that have all relatively recently changed signs. This August, they will all form harmonious, flowy aspects to each other, all 4 connected. It's beautiful, but more importantly, it's beneficial. It supports and promotes cooperation, exchange of ideas, trying things out, experimenting together and making discoveries and creating new dreams and ambitions. It's the signature feature of the wonderful astrology of 2025-2026, about which I made a whole video because it's so inspiring. So in your horoscope, this combination triggers development in whatever you're doing in your most official role. And if you're thinking of changing this role, this is also on the table. And that is supported by some background developments you don't control or maybe don't even know about. And maybe also some external funding or your own psychological progress. I know this sounds vague, but give it time. Maybe save this video and listen to it again at the end of the month. Maybe it clicks then. Then there will also be a new moon in Virgo on the 23rd. For you, this one is about thinking, writing, talking, learning, or teaching. Transported gadgets as well. So use the energy of this new moon to start something intellectual or something that will allow you to move around freely. But don't make a plan in advance. It's a swift new moon, a very current one. So wait until it happens and then make plans. Then on the 25th, Venus will leave your sign and enter Leo. I told you already, it's good news. And it's good news because, guess what? Leo rules your personal finance. This is where Mercury ends its retrograde on the 11th. So whatever Mercury clears up after the 11th, on the 25th, Venus will join in and try to make it more pleasant and attractive for you to do things with money. To earn, to spend, to manage your property. There may be some slight micro crisis in the very beginning, but it's manageable, especially with some diplomacy and a civilized attitude. And after that, it's clear sailing. If you're planning shopping, days after the 28th of August may be more relaxed than the 26th and 27th. As for sales, selling any day after the 25th, is amazing. It will be just happening with a different, more intense energy.